Just kidding, guys. Hey, it's Gore. You've already read the title, so you know why I'm doing that silly stuff with the smoke. Today is 9 years cigarette free. 9 years ago, I quit smoking cigarettes. Tobacco, not even one puff since then. February 15th, 2008. It was 7 days after my now ex-wife told me she was pregnant with my now 8-year-old son. I had a carton of cigarettes, so I said, I'm going to quit at the end of this carton. My ex quit that day, and I quit 7 days later, which is effectively today, 9 years ago. So I'm starting my 10th year without cigarettes. I think that's really well worth a shout out. I do not do blunts. I don't want tobacco. I don't want cigar paper. I don't want anything like that. And in fact, slowly but surely over that 9 years, I have switched from smoking to vaping to eating. I rarely smoke anything and never tobacco. But first of all, let's talk about how difficult that was. I'll tell you, I smoked for 35 years when I quit. I had tried quitting many, many times. Only once in my life, when I was, I think, 20 or 21, was I able to quit. When I was 20 or 21, I quit for almost 6 months. But that was the only time I ever had an inkling that I could kick that horrible habit. But I didn't then. And for the next many, many years, I tried many, many times. I tried cutting down, I tried patches, I tried gum, I tried everything. But it was the perfect storm to make me quit. The timing has to be there, and the desire to end it has to be there, or it doesn't matter what method you use, you won't do it. Not only had my wife just told me she was going to have a baby, and I wasn't too happy about, I raised my first three smoking around them, the old days. You just never went outside for a cigarette, secondhand smoke, and all three of my kids smoked cigarettes, or at least go back and forth from smoking cigarettes to not smoking cigarettes to back again. So I didn't want this child to have it. As well, at that time, my mom was in her second year of 10, being absolutely pretty well bedbound from heart attacks and other damage caused from her years of tobacco use. So those two things put together, as soon as my wife told me, I knew I was going to quit. I was a little afraid that I was taking that extra week to smoke the carton I already had, but that didn't play into it. Once that carton was gone, I threw it away. It was tough. It was tough. The first couple of weeks, what I did was tell myself, I'm not going day by day. I'm going hour by hour, and I just kept looking at my time. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, make it to 10 o'clock without a cigarette. Okay, make it to 11 o'clock. As that got easier, I started setting 3 and 4 hours out, and then a day out, and then it soon got, I never thought about it unless I saw somebody or smelt it. And I'll say this, for quite a while, I enjoyed the smell of cigarettes. I was one of those ex-smokers that would tell people, oh, go ahead, light up. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I'm not that anymore. Over the years, as I've gotten to like cigarettes less and less, I'm doing better and better at hating the smell, hating being around it. I'm so glad my house doesn't smell of it, and every once in a while I get the odd hint of it, and it turns my stomach, kind of like alcohol does for me now too. So, can you do it? You can. If you have, tell me your story. If you haven't, That's okay. We all make our choices. We all live our lives the way we need to live our lives, and you'll quit when you want to quit, or you may never ever quit. And it may cause you trouble, and it may not cause you trouble. That's your life, not mine. I'm just here to share my methods, my the things I've gone through, and if they help you, great. If you help me, great. That's what we're here for. So we're 5 minutes in. That's about the time that I usually cut it short. 9 years cigarette free. Peace and cheers. Love and harmony. Oh, no, I want to say something more. They do say that within the first 9 months to a year of cigarette free, your lungs start turning back to pink. And if you're a cannabis user, you're helping that speed up. So 9 years later, my lungs are in pretty good shape. But don't get me wrong, the years of smoking has caused me damage. We are testing now, my doctor and I, for COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And it presents itself in many, many ways. And even though my lungs are clear, they're not as strong and able to contract and move as they would have been had I not fed them nicotine for 35 years. So even though I'm healthier than I ever was, lung-wise, I've also got damage because of years and years of neglect. Can I turn that around? I hope so. I hope so. I don't want to be... COPD is something you often see people breathing oxygen because they just can't convert it well enough. So I keep looking after myself better and better, eating more of my cannabis, smoking less. That's the end of it. Now I'll say peace and cheers, love and harmony, and you see someone without a smile today, give them one of yours. Give them one. They need it. Peace and cheers.